Muazzam to please join us on the stage and share his invaluable insights. Sir, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellency, the Chief Guest, Dr. H.U. Khan, Honorable Dean, DG, NUML University, worthy faculty members, my dear students, and ladies and gentlemen. I'm very grateful to Dean Dr. Noman Malik for inviting me and providing me this opportunity to interact with you all. My topic today will be about artificial intelligence and its role in transformation of education, where we are going, what we should do, and what should be our vision toward transforming our education system. So the talk will cover an intro, then the ongoing positive things with the AI, as well as the negative thing of the AI as well, and how we can adopt and how we can guide our next generation about it. So here is my brief profile, the profile which the host, actually the moderated display was, I think, taken from one of my older paper. I am listed among top 2% scientists of the world. Beside that, I am also looking after the new established center of Farabi Center that we established for artificial intelligence and cybersecurity at Quaid-e-Azam University, totally sponsored by the government of Kazakhstan. Then I am also chairperson of UNESCO IFAP Information for All program. And beside that, I am a member of Nadra Authority Board. I have some contribution regarding my research, and based on that, I got, it's my second year that I am placed among the 2% highly cited scientists of the world. I have mostly international funding, and you can see we got funding from British Council, ICESCO, University of Missouri, US, Ministry of Education, Kazakhstan, and so on. One of the focus of these funding is specifically with respect to ICESCO. I'll mention earlier my focus was to collaborate more toward US and Europe. And then the compulsion with the funding of ICESCO was that you should also expand this network to the Muslim countries. And then I explored opportunity first in Kazakhstan, and grateful to the ambassador of Kazakhstan to introducing me with few rectors over there, then to Saudi Arabia, then to Turkey, Malaysia, and now Azerbaijan. And I am at the international advisory board of these universities as well. Beside all the adjunct position as well, we are also organizing some conferences, and this year, the 22nd version of the conference, which we started at NUST, 3 version of it was held at NUST, and we are collaborating actively with University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and University of Missouri, US. This year, we are collaborating with Doha Science and Technology University as well, and it will be taking place in December at GIKI Institute. So this is the brief agenda of my talk that I will discuss today. Yeah, it's a bit slower. Yeah. So this is a famous quote of Bill Gates, and he says that AI will replace doctors and teachers in 10 years and bring an end to work as we know. Some of you might agree with it, but at least myself, I am not agree with this one. And even you can see Professor Lee from University of Stanford. Yeah. University of Stanford. And she say that AI will replace all those who don't know how to use AI. And as we know that AI is the new electricity, and it will enter each and every field and every home. Therefore, the best way is to learn AI, that how we can improve our work. some people generally consider that AI belongs to computer science or even engineering, but the fact is not. Fact is that it belongs to everyone like electricity, and you have to find out that how you can improve your work, how you improve your subject, or how you can improve your performance with the help of AI. So this is the new education criteria. You can see earlier it was just knowledge delivery, verbal delivery, and then you have to memorize each and everything. The new product as a student, which we need to develop for the society, should have their skills, required skill, in which field they might have. It's not necessary that they are in computer science. Wherever they are, they should have the necessary skill to implement or to deploy or to execute the knowledge which they have gained in the first step. And then onward to critical thinking, not to obey each and everything blindly, but to critically analyze and ask questions and find out the problem in that. And the next one is the creativity, which is the Bloom taxonomy, and that's the highest level of academic achievement that we have. And we have seen that even Nobel Prizes has been awarded based on the creativity. It doesn't mean what you know, but it means that what you have discovered. And the last one is the most important one, is character, which makes the thing, all the previous things much better, as well as much improved. Now these days we are facing the new kind of students. There is changing environment. The lifelong learning should be achieved with respect to those students which we are facing. They are digital natives. They know about these small gadgets, the computer system, and all those things, even when they are 4, 5, or 6 months old. When they understand the movement a little bit, they actually got access to these modern tools, and then the higher pace of advancement of this technology, that how we can handle that one. If we have a look, there is certain categorization, and you can see that we are facing, by myself, I lie myself over there in the first one. But now we are facing the Gen Z in our classroom, and in future, we will have the Gen Alpha. And with respect to that, my criteria over there was to check my IQ and EQ up to some extent. But the new criteria that will judge the student is based on the SQ, which is social quotient. And that is AQ, which is adversity quotient. So the criteria has been changed, and that's why we need to train our next generation as per those requirements. We are still at Education 4.0, and we are moving toward this one, and we have to look at our education system. Every faculty member is responsible to look his course outline, that either he is able to prepare the student for this kind of challenge or not, which they will face at Education 5.0. And you can see it's a holistic model. It looks for the emotional quotient as well as the lifelong learning of those students. This is the Asian technology. You just write, you verbally deliver, and then you memorize. But over here, the next tech which come in was the chalkboard. And it's still used in the top universities of the world. Unfortunately, it's in Quaid-e-Azam University as well, because over there you have a different type of feeling that when you write on the board and then you remove. But now we are moving toward the blended learning, where we need to equip our student. In some situation, COVID-19, specifically with respect to digital transformation, it is considered as a blessing for digital transformation. Reason is that we have been pushed toward to improve ourselves, to learn those tools, to learn all those software, which was actually required to deliver a lecture, to give the exam, to prepare the assignment, or as well as to prepare your research work. So therefore, the world is moving toward blended learning. And if we have a look, there are now different types of students, and they know much better. So it's responsibility of the faculty member to upgrade themselves with respect to these technologies, as well as with respect to the course contents or the course outline. This is the new concept back in 2010 when I was in US. The concept was scientists without border. And at that time, the scientist was allowed to move in Europe, Canada, US, Australia, and all those countries. And then in COVID-19, we have seen classroom without border. You can attend from anywhere. The physical presence is no more mandatory, but the learning process is mandatory for that. You should judge the student based on the knowledge he gained, or based on the knowledge that he covered in your classroom. And the last one over here is Science Without Border, and that's the true picture of the global village. The world become global village, and that we have seen over here by experiencing all these things. This is actually the requirement of the blended learning environment, and you can see here that the requirement for theory course, for science and mathematics, for the lab work, for the exam and test are very different. And you have to use all these things to achieve your target and your goal. It doesn't mean that everyone will go offline or online, but you have to take or pick most of them to deliver your content, and then to take the required activities as per your requirement. Here you can see, unfortunately, it's still not here, but we have experienced this technology. Even during COVID-19, University of Derby, UK have developed the computer labs with the help of AR, VR technologies, and that was very successful. This is the youth of 21st century. If we have a look, they need, the trends are shifting toward AI, automation, and there are new platforms which are coming over there. So we need to prepare the next generation toward these technologies, as well as the government should prepare the policies and prepare, and responsibility of the faculty member is to prepare the youth accordingly as it's required in the market. You can see the population growth over here, the top 10 Muslim populations, and Pakistan is among the top. Here you can see the Pakistan and OIC countries. At Pakistan, we have 26% people between 15 and 29, and even 53% people is above 59. So it means half of the population are capable to do something, but we need to guide them. Even those people who are in their 50s or 60s, the age doesn't provide them any excuse that they shouldn't learn the new technologies. So it's for everyone, and therefore we should make the policies accordingly. This is the government AI readiness with respect to Pakistan, and you can see that we are at 92 out of 193 countries. And that was actually published by Oxford last year. If we have a look to IT export as we compare ourselves, and recently we have heard the Trump that 7 beautiful plane has been shut down by Pakistan. So if we have a look at, out of that, with respect to land, they are 4 times higher. With respect to populations, they are 5 times higher. But when it comes to IT exports, they are 70 times higher from Pakistan. This is very unfortunate, and as a policy maker, we should look into it, that why it is. We are at 3.8, and they are even touching 300. In some documents, they even claim 350%. So this is a huge gap, and as a professional of IT and computing, it's even my responsibility to adopt myself and to train my students accordingly. We shouldn't rely only that government will address these things. Everyone has to take this responsibility, that how they can bring change and how they can contribute for the betterment of technology. Here are some new skills which are important for the next generation, and you can see here the automation and artificial intelligence on the top. Then we have the soft skills. It's not only that you are technically strong, it also needs your presentation, your leadership, your team member role, all other roles you should play, and how you perform. And then onward, the lifelong learning that will remain with you till your death, and how it is making the difference. The next one is the gig economy. One of the major thing